In this video, we are going to create a simple stepper with using the plain CSS along with the Bootstrap icons. Let's start the writing the code base. Let's add a div, and we are going to use the order list. Let's add the event element. Let's add the li, and let's add the content first. Personal info. Let's copy this and change the content. Account info, and finally confirmation info. Let's save it. Let's reset the by default browser CSS by using the app.css. Let's go to the app.css file. Let's add the global selector star and reset the by default browser CSS using the margin 0, and then padding 0, border 0, and then outline 0, outline none. So this will remove the empty space from the browser, which was default created by the browser. So using this global selector, we can remove the empty space of the browser. Let's align the items into the center of the window. So for that, let's create a class name for the div element, class container. Presently, the li elements are displaying here, right, top left corner. So we'll move those elements to the center of the window. So for that, we are going to use a class name container. Let's write the CSS for the container, and then let's use the display flex. Let's save the file, and let's add the flex direction column. Let's add align item center, and finally add height 100%, 100 VH. So the list items got moved to the center of the window, right? The item should display horizontal and vertical center, right? For that, we are going to use the justify content center. So here I have used the 100 height 100 VH. If I remove that 100 VH, so basically the entire div is not occupying, right? For that, the list items are not aligned centrally. So for that, I'm giving the 100 VH. We put VH in the sense it's kind of like a viewport height. It will occupy the available viewports height. By default, li elements are displaying the bullet symbol, right? Let's reset those into the global level. For that, we will use a li element selector and then type list style none. Let's save it. The bullet symbols got removed, right? Then let's start writing the CSS for these li elements. We'll add a class name to the unordered list elements to make design. Go to the HTML file and add a class to the unordered list. I'm adding a class name stepper for the unordered list element. Well, let's copy the class name and go to the CSS file and paste the stepper class and add the display flex. So the items got moved to the single line, right? Let's add the align item center, and so the there will be like 3 items, right? Those should occupy the available width, right? For that, we are going to give the width 100%. Let's add the width 100%. So now the items got aligned up with the entire 100% width. Let's add the even space for the each li element. For that, we are going to use the child selector stepper, and then instead that stepper, we are targeting the direct li element with the greater than symbol. Let's add the display flex, and let's add the align item center, and let's add the width 100%. Make sure it should have the available space, and let's move the center content to the center. So the items got occupied the available width evenly. So let's move this text of the li element items text to the center. Text align center. Let's add the flex direction column. Make sure the li element should align in the center. let's add x direction column. Let's save it, and the alignments got moved to the center of the available space for each. Let's add the icons from the Bootstrap. So we are going to use the Bootstrap icons. Let's go to the Google and search icons.getbootstrap.com. Let's click on the install this link, and let's copy this link by clicking this copy icon. Go to the index.html, and let's paste in the inside head section. Copy and save, and we are going to add the icons. Let's search the icon, which icon we are going to use. For the personal info, we are going to use the person icon. Let's search in the uh, Bootstrap website. Use this search section to search the specific icon. Let's search for person. So this icon we are going to use in our application. Let's click on that icon, and let's click on this copy icon to copy this code, and let's add into the our HTML. So I'm going to use a container as a span, and inside that I'm adding the Bootstrap icon. Let's add a class name for this. Class equal to icon, and let's add the more icons for other account and account info and confirmation info. Let's add those. Let's save it, and we have got the same icons, right? Let's change the icons to the other names. Person dash we card. Let's save it. We have got the card icon, and finally person dash check. So we have got this icon here. Let's design for this icon now. Go to our CSS file and write icon design for using the stepper and icon class name. So let's add the class name stepper, and let's add the class name icon which we created. Let's add first width 40 pixel, height 40 pixel. Let's add the background color. I'm going to use the light gray color, F3, and F4 and F6. Let's save it. So we have got the gray background color. Let's add the rounded corners. So for that we are going to use the border radius 100%. So the rounded corners got generated. Let's add the color for the icon. By default we will use the gray color, hash 6b 7280. Let's save it, and let's the by default the icons are not in the center of this circle, right? Let's add the line height 40 pixel. So by adding the line height 40 pixel, it will move to the center of the available space, and add some little bit space for this icon and this text. For that I will use the margin and the top 0, and right I'm going to apply the auto, and left I'm going to apply the 10 pixel, and margin top right and bottom I have added the 10 pixel, and left I'm going to apply the auto. Let's save it. We have got the some space, and let's increase the font icon for the font size. Presently the icons are displaying like a little, right? Let's make it a little bigger. For that we are going to use the font size 16 pixel. Let's save it. We have added the font size 16 pixel to the icons. Let's design the border to connecting this personal info and account info, and from the account info to the confirmation info. Let's design the border. For that we are going to use the li element to design a border. Let's start writing CSS here. Let's target the stepper, and inside li element, and we are going to use the content properties here. For that we are going to use the after class content after the content. Let's add the background color, and add the F3, F4, F6 as a gray color. Let's save it, and let's add the from top space 20 pixel, left 50%. Let's add the display black, and let's add the right minus 50%. So we have added the top and left and right those properties, right? We need to add the position absolute to enable those position properties. Let's add the position absolute, and uh, we need to add a parent element to the position relative. Let's add the position relative here. Let's save it. So the border is not displaying. Let's add the height to 4 pixel, and we have got the border here in between the lines for this. So we don't want the border here, right? This line. So let's add the, for the last child we need to remove that line. Let's target the last child of the L element, last child, and we're going to use the after property and add a display none. So it got removed from the last border of the element. So presently the border got collapsed to this icon, right? Let's add the z index to move to the bottom of the icon. So let's add the z index -1. So it got moved to the bottom of the icon. So let's start by adding CSS for the active and complete stepper. So for that, let's add the by default color to the LI element. Let's add the color hash 6b 7280. Let's save it. So by default, we have got the everything into the gray color, right? Let's write the CSS for the active first one. So by default, the first element will be active, right? Let's add the class name active here. Let's add the CSS for this. Let's copy this class name. So first we add color to the active element. For that stepper we are going to target, and inside that li active we are targeting the element and adding the class color here, color hash 1 p6 4f2. Let's save it. So we have got the by default active class added, and we have got the blue color here. Let's change the icon background and as well icon color for the active class. Let's apply the color to the icon itself. So for that dot stepper and dot active dot icon. Let's save it. The color got changed for the icon. Let's change the background color for the icon for the active class. Let's add the background color for the li icon element. Add the class name stepper and then dot active and dot icon, and let's add the background color hash e1 effe. So we are going to use the light blue. So we have added the light blue color here, and the font the icon background color got applied. Let's add the complete class to complete the stepper and apply the border to background color to this border. Let's change it to the this one to the first element to the complete, and let's change it to the second element to the active. Let's save it. Let's add the completed class name. So let's add the background color for the stepper of complete dot complete dot icon. So the background color got added to the icon for the complete. Let's add the border using the LA element for the stepper for the completed one. Stepper dot complete colon after. Let's save it, and the background color got added to this element, right? Let's change the color as well for the label. Let's add dot stepper dot complete. Let's save it. The background color got added, right? Once this step got complete, then we need to change the icon to the tick mark, right? So for that we are going to use the tick mark icon. So let's go to the Bootstrap site, and let's search the tick mark. Tick. Let's search this check mark. So for this check to we are going to use in our application. So we are not going to use the check to icon. So we are just making the change the content. Let's click on this check to, and here we are seeing the check to right. Let's right click on this check, and click on the inspect element, or else if you open the developer tools by pressing the F12 and click on this one, and click on this one, and here you see the before, right? Just copy this one, this content, and let's go to the our HTML file view. So once the step got complete, right, we need to change the icon to the tick mark. Let's add the tick mark for the completed step. Dot stepper and dot complete dot icon. We are going to make change the Bootstrap icon, right? There will be like icon class name dot bi, and we are going to change the before attribute. So let's add the before, and let's paste the content here which we copied from the Bootstrap, right? Let's save it, and here we see the icon got changed to the tick mark. Let's change the color as well for the tick mark here. Copy this color and paste here, and we see the blue got changed to the tick mark. That's all. Thank you for watching.